What's going on? Hi, Miles the DJ here. Go Radio, the alternative channel. Dylan, Val from Bare Hands.
Hello.
How's it going?
We're gonna talk about stuff, and it's gonna be awesome. How you guys doing today?
Feeling good, yeah. Woke up really early to be here with you.
I appreciate that.
Oh, it's
Thank
our
you.
pleasure, definitely.
And I was out late last night, so we're both kind of waiting for some coffee and trying to wake up a little bit. So
Yeah, where's that coffee?
yeah, we gotta get some. Can we get some coffee, Laura? I'm just kidding. You know, one reason why I wanted to talk to you guys is because I admire your career so much in that you just passed 10 years as a band.
Yeah, our 10-year anniversary is this month.
And there's been so many different, just kind of like reading your history, and I've been a fan of your music for about 5 years now, but there was a scene even before this current incarnation, or you know, the kind of music you're making, where you were like in a hardcore scene and you were sort of like evolving as a band. So how did you get to this point, and really, how have you stayed together this long?
Oh man, staying together I think is a lot of staying out of each other's way, you know, and like recognizing when someone's like in a mood and just leaving them alone, trying not to engage in any like outward or explicit hostilities. And then in terms of the band thing, yeah, I mean, we didn't have keyboards in the band for what, the first year, 2 years?
2 or 3 years, yeah.
So obviously, you know, like the instrumentation has changed in a major way. We recently added like a utility member who plays like pretty exclusively keyboards and some guitar. And yeah, I think we just probably are influenced by a wider range of acts than maybe like our first EP or our first record.
I mean, I see you're wearing a Cocteau Twins shirt, which is one of my favorite bands of all time. I mean, and I can hear, I don't know if I hear any of them in your music, but I can hear that when I hear your guys' songs, I feel like you're fans of music. That really comes out. So
yeah, I mean, sometimes we think that we're a musicians band, like we're like a little weird sometimes for like the general public, but we tend to find people who play in bands and who maybe make music on their own to be pretty into it.
is that something, I mean, did you guys always want to be in a band? Is that always kind of in the back of your head what you were going to do? Or was it like a hobby at first and then it turned into a profession?
I mean, I don't know how you turn it into a profession, but like my plan was always to play in a band since I was like in 5th grade, you know, even before I knew how to play an instrument or something. And I've been definitely working on it for a long time, and you know, probably wrote my first song when I was like 13. And believe me, it was a hit.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. It was terrible. It was
Maybe
like
that can be on the like the 20th anniversary of the album.
I think it was a Wild
demo
Thing
track.
ripoff.
A
Or
what?
like a Louie Wild Thing kind of hybrid. That was the first song.
That's
I
the
wrote.
first song I ever fell in love with as like
Really?
a 5-year-old.
Right.
Yeah.
Louie or Wild Thing?
Wild Thing.
Yeah.
I love
Totally.
Wild Thing. I had like the 7-inch of that record.
Really?
Like, it was like the only song I knew. It was like that and like MC Hammer or something.
Right,
So
totally. New Kids on the Block.
we've all evolved. You'll Pay for This is a new record, which is fantastic. 2 a.m.
Thank you.
We play it quite a bit. We play it all the time on the alternative channel. And I think the reason why it's working is because it resonates with people. I mean, it's true.
People of a certain age.
And you know, that's the age of those are the kind of people that are listening to us. So
Right.
how did that song come together?
Well, Val and Ted made like the original beat. The song came together in like weird parts. Val and Ted made most of the instrumental, I think. And then Ted had the verses like laying around, the lyrics from the verses laying around from another song that got aborted. And then I wrote the hook. I tried to write the hook like 3 times, and it was like, kept getting closer to being good. And then like finally, I remember I was driving the van and like came up with like the 2 a.m. line. And yeah, it was done. It was one of the last songs I think we finished for You'll Pay for This.
There's a lot of great records on the album.
Thank you.
If I were to play another song, which one would it be and why?
You want to answer this one, Val?
Whatever you want. Like, what's your favorite? Like, when you're on, like,
What's your favorite song?
as we record this record?
I like Won't Pay, the first song, just
Okay.
because it's one of our most dynamic songs, and I've never really written a song like that before, so it came out pretty well.
Yeah, Won't Pay is cool. I like Deja Vu a lot. There's a song called Boss that I'm into also. You know, I think each song is kind of its own thing. It's not like, I don't think we've ever really succeeded at being an incredibly coherent band. Kind of just do whatever like serves the song at the time. So yeah, there's a lot of different stuff on the record.
Is there a different approach when you're, because I've seen you guys perform at a couple festivals in the past. There's Outside Lands, some radio festivals and whatnot, and playing shows in venues like The Entry tonight. As we record this, that's where you're performing. Is there a different approach to shows like that?
Yeah, it's a different vibe, definitely. And I'd say pros and cons in each category. You know, like the intimacy of a club is great because you know exactly how it's going, like every second. Like people are right there in your face, and you
Yeah.
can look at them and whatever, and they react. Whereas like on a festival stage, everyone kind of just blends into one person. It's just one really large person watching you, and you can kind of like lose the plot a little bit to like know how it's going. Or people will get off the stage, and some people will be like, "Oh my God, that went so well," and some people will be like histrionic over how bad it went. So it's harder. I think it's harder to control.
It's kind of like doing a radio show for me. Sometimes I think I had the worst show, and people tell me it was good, and I thought it was really good, and I listened back, it was terrible. Like, it's all relative, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's very hard to maintain objectivity, I think, when you're doing anything like even remotely creative.
Is there a particular moment at a festival? I mean, sometimes you can be performing in front of 30, 40,000 people. I mean, is there a moment where, as a band, you're looking around and you said, wow, like, we're doing this. Like, we made it. Like, we stayed together. We didn't break up for a reason.
Definitely. No, there are a couple of like really happy memories of playing our first festival gigs. I remember playing Leeds Festival in England. There were just so many people there, and they were so excited, and it was just like a really happy, validating moment for the band after many years of like doing it. So yeah, we smile at each other sometimes, like secret smile to like let you know that we're having fun, but not to anyone else. You can't look like you're having fun, but we want to communicate
serious.
it.
Very serious band. Serious
band.
musicians
Serious.
over here,
Very serious.
You didn't study it in college at all, did you?
I didn't study music. No, I studied film, which was basically just like watching westerns and like writing one paper a year.
Sure.
But not. Yeah, I'm pretty self-taught in terms of music, which probably explains like why I'm such an ogre on guitar, and they've taken the keyboards away from me.
Do you apply anything you learned in film school to the band?
Yeah, we come up with a lot of the concepts for our videos like come from us. So Ted and I, especially, he's directed a couple of our videos. We'll like chop up concepts, and all of us will come with ideas for that kind of thing. So it's been helpful sometimes.
The record's great. The songs are great. We love playing you guys on the alternative channel. Appreciate you guys waking up a little early.
Of course.
Talk with us. We're fans of what you do, and I tell bands this all the time. I need good music to play, and if we don't have that, there's no station. So,
Right. Yeah, totally.
So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much, Miles.
Bare hands.